What's up, Melanated family? So check it out, man. Today we are going to talk about, and I'm not sure if many of you have seen this news story or heard of it. It's not getting as much attention as other news stories like it, but let's get into it. This story is about a brother named Theodore Edgecomb. Now, Theodore Edgecomb is a 31-year-old black man from Wisconsin, right? And this is why he is currently on trial for murder. So in September 2020, September 22nd, 2020, he's riding his bike at night. Let me paint the picture for y'all. So he's riding his bike at night. A car comes out of nowhere. The car swerves. Doesn't hit him, but the car swerves. Now we know the passengers in this car is Jason Cleereman. This is a white couple, Jason Cleereman and his wife. Theodore Edgecomb is a brother, right? Just so you guys can be clear on what's going on. They swerve. Now, when they swerve and don't hit him, according to Theodore, Jason calls him a nigga. Now, as many of us know, most black men in our community, we ain't gonna take that shit. Most black men in our community. Now, you do have men who they don't trip off words like that. You can call them a nigga and they gonna go on about their day. They don't want to go to jail. They ain't gonna risk fucking you up. They don't want to do none of that. To me, that's rare. Most black men I know, a white man call them nigga, they finna get down, right? This is what Theodore does. Theodore hears him call him a nigga. He ride back up to his door with his bike and say, "You talking to me?" Right? Just clarifying what he heard. Jason double downs on it. What Theodore do? Sock his ass in the mouth, right? Sock him in the eye, right? He hit him, right? Like most black men would do in a situation like that. The, I would, shit, most black men would do that. You see what I'm saying? So he hit him. Boom. It should have been over there. That should have been the end of the altercation. But this is why I think Theodore has a strong case for self-defense, right? So he hit him. So he socks him, right? The dude could have called the cops. He could have did a whole bunch of shit, like just to keep it real. He didn't do any of that. So what Jason does, Theodore socked him, hopped back on his bike, got on about his way. And I'm going to show y'all a video here that kind of captures some of this. The video is kind of grainy, but it does capture some of this. And y'all tell me what y'all think. Is this self-defense? Is this just flat out murder? So boom, Theodore socks him in the face for calling him a nigga. He rides off on his bike. At this point, Jason follows him. This is important. This is an important part of the story, family. Jason's wife is driving. Jason tells his wife, follow him. So he follows him. Now, when he follows him, this is where shit get all fucked up because he follows him. When he follow him, he jumped out of the car aggressively. So he jumps out of the car aggressively. Reports say witnesses that were on the scene also said that he jumped out of the car in a fighting stance, right? Theodore says he jumped out of the car and began to approach him. When he began to approach him, he went to his pocket for something. Theodore had a gun on him. He had a 9mm on him. He pulls his guns out. He pulls his gun out. Boom, shoots him, kills him, right? Kills him dead in that instance. Kills him dead, right? And Theodore went on the run for like 6 months, claiming self-defense because if you can see, they had an altercation where Theodore punched him in his eye for talking shit. After that, Jason could have called the cops. He could have just left. The fact that he pursued him afterwards, this is an important factor to me. The fact that he pursued him afterwards makes it self-defense because come to find out, Jason had a knife in his pocket, right? As black folks, we are all too familiar how it feels to be in this country and somebody do some shit to us. And the first thing they say is they was scared. The first thing they say is it was self-defense. Well, this is the same thing now. Let's not have revisionist history and forget all the several incidents we can talk about where black people were killed by the hands of somebody white, and all that white man or woman had to say is, "I'm scared. I was felt like he was a threat. I was scared for my life." All this bullshit, right? Well, Theodore needs to be able to take advantage of that same claim. That's the whole point of this story, family. The brother's trial just started today, I think, today or yesterday, but he needs to be given the benefit of the doubt, just like the Kyle Rittenhouses and motherfuckers like that get, who this is happening in the same state as the Kyle Rittenhouse case, right? So boom, he is in jail currently. He's in jail currently on trial for murder, but in my opinion, family, this is self-defense. Now, Jason, the white man, had a knife in his pocket. Toxicology reports came back. He was drunk. He had weed in his system. He had been drinking. So this is a belligerent white man at this point, right? Right? Looking for a fight. Don't want to take your ass whipping. You're looking for a fight. Theodore didn't know what he was going to do, so he ends up shooting him. Right? He ends up shooting him. This is, to me, this is fair game, family. This is the same thing Kyle Rittenhouse did. Tell me it's not. Tell me it's not. Kyle seen a dude with a gun, seen a dude with a skateboard, seen a dude coming at him aggressively. He thought they was going to do some shit to him. He shot him. This is the same thing Theodore did. Now, this is an extremely interesting case, family, because a lot of people felt that allowing Kyle Rittenhouse to do what he did set a precedence in our country that would lead us to believe regardless of who you are, if you're in a situation where you feel threatened, I don't give a fuck if you got an AR-15 or what kind of gun you got. If you're in a situation where you feel threatened, you can shoot. That's self-defense. This is the precedence that case set, right? Now, this particular case with Theodore Edgecomb. This is going to put that to the test because this is this almost identical situations. Now, one of the bigger things I think that will benefit Theodore Edgecomb is because Theodore only shot one time, which his attorneys, that will help them when they prove self-defense. Kyle Rittenhouse was just shooting, whereas Theodore shot him one time. So the dude approaches him aggressively in a fighting stance, in a boxing stance. This is what all the witnesses, the witnesses are saying. He's in a fighting stance, right? Theodore says once he approached him, he went to his pocket. He just pulled out his gun and shot him. This is America. Like, this is our Second Amendment rights. Like, this shit happens all the time with people who are non-black. The rabbit just got the gun this time, God damn it. Now, RIP to this white man. Like, I don't mean to disparage his name because he's not here no more. But this is the same shit we go through. This is the same exact shit we go through. Now, I don't even think if this was a white man who shot a black man in this same instance, I don't even know if he'd be in jail for it on some real shit. You know what I mean? So right now, the brother's fighting for his life with the charges that he's facing. If he gets convicted, he's going to get life in jail. You know what I mean? So here, look at the news story real quickly from that area with his mom and different supporters, just to give you a little context on what actually took place. So here, let's watch this real quick.
It's video likely to be key evidence in Theodore Edgecomb's trial. September 2020, Edgecomb, riding his bike, makes a right turn from Brady Street onto Holton. An SUV makes that same turn, stops, and a man identified as Jason Cleereman gets out. Video shows Cleereman reach out. We've stopped the video just as he's shot and falls to the ground.
We believe that this is a clear case of self-defense.
Edgecomb's attorneys argue Cleereman was drunk and the aggressor, which forced Edgecomb to fire. Court documents allege Cleereman and his wife had to swerve around Edgecomb moments earlier and claimed Edgecomb punched Cleereman through an open window and took off.
I feel that justice will happen for my son. This should not have never occurred. My son is a very humble person, and anybody that knows him knows that this is not his character.
Supporters also drawing parallels to the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Jurors acquitted the Illinois teen who claimed self-defense when he shot 3 men, killing 2 during the unrest in Kenosha last year.
Theodore Edgecomb deserves the same right that Kyle Rittenhouse got. He deserves to be able to ride his bike throughout downtown without being pursued, without being stalked.
Edgecomb's attorneys signaling they will call John Black, the same use of force expert Rittenhouse's attorneys called in his trial last month.
As far as Dr. Black goes, we only learned about him through that trial, and he's very well qualified. He has a very extensive resume. He's testified numerous times.
Ben joins us now live from Holton and Brady Street tonight. Ben,
okay, that's all I'm gonna show that for now. Here, hold on one second, family. So that's the situation, right? So what y'all think, right? Because he's been put in a situation that's very similar to the Kyle Rittenhouse situation, Very similar to the Kyle Rittenhouse situation. Very similar to the Kyle Rittenhouse situation. So the brother's trial started yesterday or today. It's interesting to see how this is going to play out. But we deserve to be able to take advantage of the same rights as white folks. And this is going to put them to task. This is going to show the judge, the DA, the media. We're going to see how they play this out because they coddled Kyle Rittenhouse. Like he was able to get on the stand and fucking cry, and that just flipped everything for him. You know what I mean? Now he a free man. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully the brother Theodore Edgecomb get the same benefit of the doubt because the white man was drunk. He had a knife in his pocket. He approached him aggressively. This is self-defense, family, right? So tell me what y'all think. Do you think this is self-defense? Now, granted, they are trying to bring up the fact that, and I'm not fucking with this, but they're trying to bring up the fact that Theodore has an open case for like domestic violence. He has an open case for disorderly conduct. He had a gun in like a public place or something along those lines. But these are all misdemeanors. These were all misdemeanors that he was facing. Granted, at the time of this incident, he wasn't supposed to have a gun because he was waiting to go to trial for another incident. In my opinion, none of this shit has anything to do with it. You know what I mean? That doesn't tell me his character would do something like this, right? He say the dude called him a nigga. I believe it. Because think about this. When the dude called him a nigga, if he would have pulled this gun out and shot him then I'm thinking, okay, they may end up being able to get him for murder in that situation. But that wasn't the case. He with a gun on him, right? With a gun on him, he socked him. He punched him, opposed to shooting him, pistol whipping him, showing him the gun, doing any of that shit. He didn't do any of that. He socked him and kept it moving. Homeboy came back. And if you black in this country, he living in Wisconsin, he's seeing the shit that just happened with Kyle Rittenhouse. He don't know what this white man finna do. Like this is our psyche a lot of times living in this country, family. We don't know what's about to happen. We know the law is on y'all side. We know y'all be on some vigilante shit a lot of times where you taking everything into your own hands. But if somebody approaches you aggressively and they go inside of their pocket, or you feel they about to go inside of their pocket, what you supposed to do if you got a gun on you? This is obviously he's in a state where he can't have a weapon. You feel me? It was a legal firearm. So he did what he was supposed to do. RIP to that white man. Like, I'm not trying to disparage anybody's name, but when shit happened to us, we go by the law. When shit happened to us, y'all throw the law book in our face. Y'all tell us it was self-defense. Y'all tell us they were scared. Well, the same thing here. Theodore was scared, goddammit. He was scared. He didn't know what was going to happen. Shit, all he got to do was get on stage and cry a little bit. Nah, they ain't going to go for that. They ain't going to go for no nigger tears. You know what I mean? All he got to go get on the stand and cry, and maybe he can get out of this shit, which, you know, I'm being funny, but I don't think that can possibly happen for him being a black man. But what y'all think? I'm going to follow this trial closely. We're going to see what happens. This is going to be telling to see if they find a way to convict this man, what all roads lead to him being innocent. The white man was high and drunk. The white man aggressively came at him. He had a knife in his pocket. He pursued him. See, this is a big thing. He on a bike. If they walk in, and there could be different instances where it wouldn't seem as fucked up as it is, but you in a car, right? You in a car following this man and end up getting your life took. This is how it works. Y'all want all these guns. Y'all want all these gun rights. Y'all want this Second Amendment shit to be popping. Well, here it is. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna follow this case closely. Prayers up to the brother Theodore Edgecomb. He did what he had to do. Like on some real shit. I don't want to see anybody die, family, but he did what he had to do. He felt he was in distress. He felt like he didn't know what this white man was going to do. He followed him, right? Think about that. You just sock somebody. You a little bit down the street. You see him follow you, jump out the car. They going in their pocket. You don't know what's finna happen. So he did what he had to do, family. And I'm going to stand by that. You feel me? So I'm going to follow the trial. We're going to get more information as info come out so we can kind of dissect how Wisconsin is going to handle this. But this is interesting. You feel me? So click the like button, click the subscribe button. Become a subscriber to the Melanated Convo YouTube channel. The Melanated Convo YouTube channel is what you're watching. If you follow me on Facebook, the Melanated Convo, follow that page. You feel me? Follow that page so you can get alerts when I drop these videos, either on YouTube or on Facebook or both. You feel me? Join the Melanated Convo family. I'm out.